Many thanks and welcome to Abuja today on AGTV. I'm Jethro Ilya. On the program today, we take a look at the developmental processes, political development process in Abaji area council of the FCC. We shall be analyzing all of that on the program. But before then, we'll take you through the development process in our politics in Abuja. We'd like to remind you that the PDP in the FCT has presented the certificate of return to the 6th area council chairmanship flag bearer and the 62 political ward councillorship aspirants in the FCT. This was done yesterday, where the chairman encouraged them to go back to their various area councils and mobilize and galvanize support for the party, assuring them that the party will do all in our powers to ensure that their votes are protected. We'll take you another development story, which is the former national chair of the APC has just been appointed as the board chairman of the airport authority. This is coming few days where he resigned voluntarily, citing instances of his health conditions. Many have decried a play or either political deceit as to say that was it true that he had health issues or he only played politics. This and many more questions Nigerians are asking. Alright, we'll take you back to the program Abuja today, where we'll take a look at the developmental processes in Abuja, that particularly in Abaji area council. And we have with us in the studio today to talk about these a very irregular person with us on AGTV, Lukman Abdul Khan MNI. Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Chetru.
Welcome to On Abuja today. Alright, I'd like to ask you, how is the politics in Abaji area council?
Okay, to begin with, Abaji as the first area council and the Federal Capital Territory, when it comes to politics, Abaji set a precedent that other area councils of FCT to follow. And from the 1999 political dispensation today, I will tell you that there is a lot of development being recorded by different administrations of Abaji area council since the return of democracy in 1999.
Okay. All right. Currently, all the parties, yes, are done with their primaries, and flag bearers have emerged for the PDP and the APC. Let's talk about your party, APC, who happens to be the current chairman of our Abaji area council, Honorable Abdullahi Umar Abubakar, if I get that correctly. Yes. Now, he's been in office for, let's say, 2-3 years currently. How would you assess his performance in terms of capital project development in Abaji area council?
You know, if I should discuss and assess, give a proper assessment of the leadership of Honorable Abubakar Umar Abdullah in Abaji area council,
yes,
the time may not be enough for me. But
let's have a recap of it.
It is important I make my submission in summary.
Oh, good.
Since the inception of the administration of Honorable Abubakar Umar Abdullah in the year 2022, Abaji area council has witnessed a gigantic development in both human and capital projects. We have witnessed human development, capital project, infrastructural development, security stability, educational stability in Abaji area council. The previous leaders of Abaji area council, since the return of democracy, we have distinguished Senator Ajamusi Ali. Thereafter, we have many other persons
have followed suit.
We have Honorable Hassan Usman Sokodobo, we have Honorable Muhammad Amuduloko, we have Honorable Yahya Musa Arada, we have Honorable Yahya Garba Dibe, we have Honorable Abdurrahman Ajia before this current leadership. All the leaders that have served in this position of chairmanship in Abaji, they have performed excellently well. But Honorable Abubakar Umar Abdullah has performed very exceptionally beyond human comprehension.
But some beg to differ on this. Some political actors, even in Abaji Area Council, beg to differ on this.
Yes, we may disagree to agree.
Okay.
I believe those that differs may have their reason, but when they have a holistic review of the leadership of Honorable Bakar Umar Abdullah, they will agree that he has performed excellently through.
When you say excellently well, how exactly do you mean?
What I mean, if other leaders in Abaji have performed from scale of 1 to 100, if they have performed 60 to 70%, Abubakar Umar Abdullahi has performed from 1 to 95%. It only remains 5% for him to complete, which hardly for every leader to do things 100%.
Okay, now the flag bearer of the PDP in Abaji was on this same program a few days back, where he highlighted and categorically stated that the current chairman has failed in several ways, citing human capital development for him to have done poorly, projects, and in fact he said that there is no project on ground done by this current administration. How do you react to that?
For me, the PDP chairmanship candidate is a person that I have a reserved respect for him. But I want to categorically state that statement he made is a slip of tongue, or he is not aware of the
slip of tongue. But he wasn't sleeping.
Slip of tongue.
When you say slip of tongue, how do you mean? But he wasn't sleeping.
I believe if you give you opportunity to speak or to react to this submission,
yes,
he will make corrections of some of his words. That is why I said it's a slip of tongue to make such statement, because I can categorically state it clear, without no fear or favor, that this administration has performed excellently, both in human and capital development.
Can you, in just 1 minute or 30 seconds, highlight few of those projects that are there on ground in Abaji for all to see?
Okay, to begin with, you see, security is one of the primordial aspects that we should consider firstly. With security, other developmental strife can be achieved.
Okay.
It is on record that since the inception of administration of Honorable Bakar Umar Abdullahi, the issue of insecurity in Abaji, under his leadership and by the partnership and cooperation with relevant security agencies, it has become to the barest minimum, that you don't have the issue of kidnapping, banditry, and all other forms of insecurity in Abaji community. Okay. It has been to the barest minimum. Abaji now have become a community with a well security stability for the past 3 years. And it is our prayer and hope that we continue to enjoy the security stability in Abaji. When you come to health sector, this administration of Honorable Bakar Umar Abdullahi has executed a gigantic project, an 80-bed mother and child care facility center, fully founded by the leadership of Honorable Abdurrahman Abubakar Umar Abdullahi.
Some have argued that it's a PP, a public-private partnership project.
It is never a public-private partnership project.
Is that to refute the claims by some people?
Yes, but to anyone who think it is a public-private partnership project, he should come out with evidence and we'll discuss if we have a clear evidence.
More on that. Like I told you earlier, the PDP flag bearer of the PDP in Abaji Area Council for chairmanship was on this program, and he also stated that Abaji do not just need clinics or hospitals. Abaji has a lot of clinics and hospitals, and all that's required is equipment and manpower.
Yes.
That Abaji do not need more buildings.
It is just for someone telling me that Abaji did not deserve any police outlet. We have Abaji police station, and we also have the area command.
Okay, in Abaji.
For the purpose of sustainable security.
Okay.
If FCD administration will still award another area command or police station in Abaji, is a welcome development. It will be located to another part of Abaji, maybe the southern part of Abaji. This will further strengthen the security architecture
of
of
the
Abaji
community.
Area Council.
Okay.
So it's the same thing also in our health sector.
Okay.
We have Abaji Township Clinic, we have Ayora Comprehensive Healthcare Center. These are the two major health clinics owned by the local government, Abaji Area Council, and we also have General Hospital Abaji. The establishment of this 80-bed capacity healthcare is to serve as a model healthcare of Abaji Area Council, that special treatment for women and children will be attended to.
Properly
Other facility
attended to.
centers can handle other medical issues.
Okay.
So saying Abaji did not need this medical facility, I think I will continue to call it a slip of tongue. For those who understand,
even when the man said that he wasn't sleeping,
it is a slip of tongue.
Okay, moving forward, you've talked about healthcare. Now, what about Abaji, by my view, appears to be more of interlands. Aside the Abaji town itself, major part of the area council happen to be in the interlands. What are those, will I say, infrastructure that the chairman has provided for the villagers who reside more in hinterlands?
There is no single community or ward under Abaji Area Council that this administration did not make provision of potable water supply.
Potable water supply?
Yes, this is very key in giving the community a quality water supply.
Okay.
Also, when you go to Yaba community, there is establishment of new primary schools, classrooms, new additional classrooms in Yaba community, in Pache to be precise. This is to further address issues of lack of good facility.
Okay.
And this is to support the
Universal
Basic Education Board.
Okay.
The chairman decided to execute this project to complement what the Universal Basic Education Board is currently doing. If you go to Gaundogora precisely, there is also a medical health center.
By this administration?
People from Gaun did not need to take a patient from Gaun down to Abaji because of the distance.
Or to Lambata because of the proximity.
Lambata. There is a well-equipped medical center in Gaun that will attend to people around those Gaun axes.
Okay.
So apart from the gigantic project going on in the Abaji community, which by constitution 70% of project should be at the capital, while 30 should be at the rural axis.
Is that by the constitution of the federal of Nigeria?
But chairman in his wisdom decided to do more
in the
rural communities in order for them to carry all the communities all the world along in ensuring sustainable and continuous development. Okay. So when you look at the health sector, the security sector, the human and capital development, the infrastructure, this administration has performed excellently above average. When it talks about road constructions, it talks about...
Yes, I was going to ask you about road construction. Talk about that. Let's hear from you.
There is also a new established road constructions in Abaji community.
Okay.
Particularly from Ghania Hotel Junction. Whosoever is familiar with Abaji community, there is establishment of new road, construction of road from Ghania Hotel community down to Dr. Mansour and down to Abaji Government Secondary School Junction. Not only construction of road, there is also construction of drainage that will assist to maintain the road for a period of time.
Okay, you talked about road construction. Don't you think there's a need for a link road between Abaji to Gao? Because most times when people from Gao want to access Abaji Abaji town, they have to go through Lambata. Right?
Yeah.
So don't you think there's a need for either an access road to connect Abaji and Gao?
It is very important to have that interlink of road construction.
Okay.
During the administration of Honorable Hayatal Pajibe, he constructed a road from Agena Junction up to Pandagi community.
Okay.
And after his administration, there is a river Gora.
Okay,
At
that
point.
passes that
Yes,
point.
there is a riverine area
Ah.
which to proceed with that project need a very huge amount of money, which we
For a
always
bridge.
call, yes, we always appeal for intervention of the FCT administration to please construct a bridge so that the road work will proceed to other communities down to Gamu.
Is it that the area council do not have funds to execute this project?
If area council will execute that project, people from the educational sector, particularly the primary school teachers, may not receive what they may be expecting.
Is it only the primary school teachers? What about the area council staff?
Include why I said the primary school teacher. The primary school, the educational sector, primary school level, they have a huge number of personnel surplus to that of area council.
Okay.
So for each of area council, it can easily be managed by the current leadership or by anyone who may take over from him. But to manage the educational sector, particularly the primary school teacher, considering the huge numbers of the personnel, it is something very gigantic that it takes time, it takes wisdom and courage. And let me say it clearly, it takes the intervention of the FCT administration to manage this.
Okay, this is a direct call on the minister of the FCT. You have a lot going on in the area councils across the FCT. It is a call to you, Mr. Nyesom Wiki. The bridge needed to connect Pandagi, that's in Abaji area council, to Gau and other communities that connect to Abaji. There is a need for a bridge there. You are doing well in building roads and infrastructure, but your attention is also needed here. And we are appealing to you that you pay attention to this area. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, we shall be wrapping up on the program Abuja today, where we're talking about Abaji politics. Go nowhere. Thank you for joining us. Still on the program Abuja today, where we're talking about Abaji and the political development in the Abaji Area Council. And we have been talking with Mr. Lukman Abdul Karim, MNI. Welcome. All right. Before we let you go and before we round up on the program tonight, let's talk about the journey to 2026. What are those determining factors as to who becomes the next chairman of Abaji Area Council 2026? Talking particularly about your candidate who happens to be the current chairman.
Thank you very much. It is a popular known saying that a good name is better than riches. When you make a good name for yourself, the name continues to ring in the air of the masses. You don't need to campaign for yourself. The developmental stride, the infrastructure development in both health sector, educational sector, and other sector that Honorable Abubakar Umar Abdullahi has executed, it is very visible to the deaf and audible to the blind. It's visible to the blind and audible to the deaf that the people of Abaji Area Council and the Federal Capital Territory did not only have, but they have seen the project that Abubakar Umar Abdullahi have executed in Abaji, which in the history of Abaji, as I said earlier, other leaders have performed well, but Abubakar Umar Abdullahi is performing excellently. And because of the good name that he has established for himself, this will speak for him even beyond 2026. Beyond the chairmanship of Abaji, we expect to see his poster one day for contesting for the seat of the Senate of the FCT.
Wow.
And even the president someday to come, because he has established a good name.
Let's talk about generally political development in the FCT before we wrap up. Tell us, what has been the contributions of your leaders and those present and the past?
Thank you very much. You see, in FCT, we have leaders from different angles and on different categories.
Okay.
Presently, as the highest political office holder in FCT, a native of FCT has been appointed to serve as a minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Right from the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Good.
Right Honorable Zafanaya Bitrus Gisalo is the current Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, who is a native of FCT and has been doing very wonderfully. He has started. He has made a good starting, and we wish that he will make a good end. Okay. The FCT natives also have started to enjoy more dividends of democracy by this appointment. And distinguished Senator,
even though there are people who feel he's not doing what they expect.
Yes, like I said earlier, there are more expectation on him, because to whom much is given,
much is expected.
More and much is expected. So the expectation of people is still more on him, which I believe that he will rise more to the occasion to address some of the concerns raised by people.
Okay.
People may criticize and people may praise. Whenever people criticize you, look at the key areas and make necessary adjustments. Whenever people praise you, stand up and stand strongly to do more.
Okay.
And also there is a distinguished Senator Philip Stanimu Aduda, who is a senator representing, yes, is a middle part senator who is the Senate minority leader of the 9th Senate. He has served for 3 executive terms and he has performed excellently, because we can feel his impact when he was in that Senate seat.
How about now?
People think, people think that Aduda has overstayed, let him go, let another person come. Okay. And unfortunately, someone came, Senator Ileti. She is not even performing to the expectation of the people of FCT. Her performance is below average.
That has been registered by several persons.
Yes, people now continue to appreciate the kind of leadership style being executed by distinguished Senator.
Wouldn't you want Senator Ireti to do more in order to step up in her performance?
Yes, I will encourage her to do more so that she will rise to the occasion by addressing the ongoing concern. But despite she do that, I think it is late for her. Maybe she may.
How do you mean late?
She may like to recontest for election. What she needs to do is to just render service for the mandate that was given to her yesterday. But she's thinking about getting people's mandate for tomorrow. It is late for her because she has actually served for almost.
That is your opinion.
Yes, that is
now, why we talk about the contributions of both past and present leaders. You started by mentioning names like Gisalo and that of Senator Philip Aduda. Are there others that you feel has or did extremely well or very well while they were in office or alive?
The history of FCT cannot be completed without mentioning the late Malam Adamu Ibu Emina of his late memory, who worked as a public servant and rose to the rank of acting permanent secretary in the Federal Capital Territory Administration, who has performed excellently for emancipation of better FCT. History will not be completed without mentioning Justice Ahura Zuba. History cannot be completed without mentioning Senator Dan Yako. History cannot be completed without mentioning Senator Hassan Tatangi. History cannot be completed without mentioning Engineer Kabosa, and likewise who has performed excellently for the development of FCT. And now we still have more leaders who are doing excellently well.
Okay. Before I let you go, what will be your call to current leaders in ensuring that they do more to bringing down the dividend of democracy to the people? Bearing in mind that FCT has a peculiar case, what will be your call to your leaders?
My call to leaders is to know that leadership is not about position. It is about responsibility to manage people and their resources. And for every well-organized society, there must be leadership. Even from the family level, there must be a leadership, which is the father of the house, the husband. And if he serves and performs his duty diligently as the leader of the house will be successfully, the house will have a better life. But if he fails to perform his duty, his responsibility, the house will be in a chaos. The house will be in a manner that he himself and also the people in the family will not enjoy. So I am saying that for every developed community, there are different category levels of leadership, and leaders must put their hands together. We have political leaders, we have traditional leaders, we have religious leaders. So all sections of leaders must put their hands together, partner together for the development of their respective communities, for the development of FCT. There must be a leadership in any given society, and leaders must live to responsibility.
All right, Mr. Lukman, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight, and that is how we'll wrap up. We hope to have you again and again, where we'll be talking more about FCT and the political development in the FCT. That is that for tonight. I'm Jethro Ilya. Please do ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channels and our social media handles so you get updated when we drop any content. Bye for now.